Hi everyone, and welcome to South Florida Media Network News. I'm Christian Bueno.
And I'm Yara Trochet. Here are some of today's top stories. Food insecurity has been a major concern for families during the pandemic. Camila Fernandez introduces us to a food distribution center helping a struggling community.
Feeding South Florida is one of the largest and most effective food banks in our community. They have partnered with local governments and nonprofit organizations to distribute food resources during COVID-19.
I think the residents in our community really need it. We really target residents that are elderly, and we also target those that have lost a job or some sorts of income to their families. So I think they're very grateful. They come through here and they're very blessed, and they're always thanking us and asking us to please continue to do it. So we know it's a big influence for our community.
The global pandemic has been a motivating factor for volunteer work here in Hialeah. Volunteers from various organizations have come together to serve those that need it most.
Back in April, we see it's a need in the society and the community to support people. So we have a foundation called Autism Soccer, and we have a group of volunteers. I have almost 200 volunteers that when I make a call to volunteer for food distribution, we may get 10, 15 people, 5 people at the same time.
Every Thursday, residents from all over the community line up early in the morning to pick up food for their families. Amelia Earhart Park has played an instrumental role in the lives of these community members.
I've been laid off since April, so I've been off of work for like 9 months. So it's really been helpful, very helpful.
If you or someone you know is in need of groceries, visit one of the many food distribution centers located all throughout South Florida. For the South Florida Media Network, I'm Camila Fernandez.
It is that beautiful time of year in DC when the Japanese cherry blossoms are in season. Unlike other years, this colorful event occurred sooner than anticipated. Here is Lazaro Bosch to explain to us the science behind this natural phenomenon.
When you think about Washington, D.C., you think of cherry blossoms, right? Maybe not. But each spring, these Japanese cherry blossom trees attract thousands to the D.C. area. The tidal basin cherry blossoms have a long legacy. The mayor of Tokyo, Yukio Ozaki, gifted 3,000 cherry trees to the United States in 1912 as a symbol of friendship between the two countries. If you plant it just right, you can see these flowers in full bloom. The science behind it is when the trees blossom comes down to temperature and weather conditions, and that can be very unpredictable. The rite of passage is a reminder that Mother Nature can change her mind, especially this spring. The over 3,700 trees will bloom early this year. As scientists say, the cause of warmer temperatures compared to other years is the factor. So mark your calendars. The tidal basin will be covered in fluffy, pink, and white colors in full blossom between March 27th and March 31st. Hope to see you there.
Miami is known as one of the most vulnerable cities to the impacts of climate change in the world. A group of young climate activists called the Sunrise Movement Miami is looking to change that. Here's Patricia Menendez with the latest on their efforts.
The Sunrise Movement is a national youth climate movement that aims to stop climate change and create millions of good-paying jobs in the process. With over 470 chapters, in April 2020, John Paul Mejia started the Miami chapter due to the lack of coordination in Miami during the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, the chapter has up to 50 participants and is hoping to tackle the city's climate change impacts through an initiative called the Green New Dade, a localized version of the Green New Deal.
What the Green New Dade seeks to achieve is to share this new vision and arise this new popular sentiment for how our county officials and how our government should be owned more by regular people, how we should invest in our communities, and through those investments also invest in the climate crisis. The climate crisis and the economy and the well-being of our people down here aren't separate things. They're all incredibly related. And this campaign seeks to foster that amongst the public and, in the long term, to our county officials and congressional candidates as well.
Right now, the chapter is presenting the initiative to local environmental, climate, and social justice groups to become movement partners and collectively own the initiative.
It is essentially a coalition campaign. So a way to elevate the popular vision of what people in Miami actually want to see in their communities. And I'm not just talking about climate action, but more so affordable housing and clean transit and Black and brown people, holding office and leading the way, and ending climate gentrification.
The Green New Date is still being developed, but Sunrise Movement Miami hopes to have the initiative ready to present to our local government by Earth Day 2021. For the South Florida Media Network, this is Patricia Menendez.
Speaking of Earth Day, do you want to help stop climate change? Here's Erica Dominguez with some unique sustainable tips to do your part.
When it comes to caring for the planet, we all know to recycle plastic bottles and save electricity at home, but what else can we do? Here are some unique DIYs to help save time, money, and the earth. The next time you go on a food shopping spree at Publix or Winn-Dixie, skip the plastic bags and opt for a laundry basket. Yeah, you heard me. Put the laundry basket in the trunk of your car and head to the store. When checking out your items, put them directly in your cart. No plastic bags allowed. Then, when you get to your car, pop the trunk and place the groceries in the basket. By carrying all your groceries into your home at once, you'll save time and the planet. Burning a brand new scented candle can bring life into your home. But what do you do when the wax is gone and the wick doesn't work? Don't throw the candle out just because you can't burn it. Instead, place the jar in the freezer overnight. The next day, pop the wax out with a butter knife or a spoon and wipe out any leftover residue. Now, instead of a useless candle, you have a multi-use container, good to hold on to Q-tips, makeup brushes, coins, pens, anything your burning heart desires. These sustainable DIYs can make your life cleaner and greener. For more tips, visit diy.com/eco-friendly projects.
South Florida Media Network returns in 30.
Ever wonder how a panther stays in shape? Stop by the FIU Wellness and Recreation Center for a pump. Equipped with a variety of muscle training machinery and heavy weights that'll build you up to shape. Our facilities are open to you, run by the students, for the students, free of charge. Come by this semester and see what the fuss is all about.
This year marks the 5-year anniversary of the Orlando, Florida Pulse nightclub shooting, when a gunman entered the LGBTQ+ club and opened fire, making it the second deadliest shooting in United States history. Last year, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a bill designating the scene as a national memorial site. This year, the city of Orlando is building a museum to honor the memory of those who lost their lives and were injured. Internationally renowned pop star Ricky Martin will be the national spokesperson for the foundation. The museum is on track for completion by 2022 and will help educate visitors and inspire positive change. The Pulse massacre has left behind an unforgettable wound in a nation marred by a history of gun violence. The city of Orlando has proven that with their dedication to commemorating its victims, that peace and love will prevail.
South Floridians are seeking legal advice concerning President Biden's new immigration plans. Lisi Lady Hernandez takes us through the process.
Within a few days of being in office, President Biden has proposed a new immigration reform bill. Miami immigration lawyer Camilo Espinosa shares on how this proposal can change immigration in the United States.
Now, the plan itself. We are talking about a solution for people who are in DACA, for people who have TPS, 80. Likewise, we have a solution for people who are applying to political asylums, people who are applying for the border, because previously they could not due to certain directives that Trump gave for certain cases. So here what we are seeing is an optimism that will affect many families that are in the United States and outside the United States as well.
Even though this bill was proposed by Biden, it still needs to be unveiled to Congress later this week for a response.
I have been waiting for this chance to finally be a citizen of the United States for a while now. I am very anxious for this to finally happen because it seems to be in the favor of many of us who just want a better life.
With Biden's proposal still needing approval, it can leave some people going through immigration with uneasiness and many questions.
A person who is not legally in the country and wants to adjust their immigration status, the most important thing regardless of whether it is the Trump, Obama, or current president's administration, is to consult with an immigration lawyer, a law firm that is specialized in the subject, so that it can be advised on what you can and cannot do.
This is Lizzie Lady Hernandez with the South Florida Media Network.
Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Are you a pet parent who loves to travel but have trouble finding someone to take care of your furry friend while you're away? Or maybe you have a busy work schedule and simply need extra help. At Pause to Play, we take care of your pet like family. Our professionally trained pet sitters provide personalized service catered to your pet's needs. We will keep you in the loop with both photos and timely updates. Pause to Play comes to you. We care for your animal in the comfort of your home, just how your pet would want it. For more information, visit pausetoplayinc.com.
What do you think about as you sit down to watch your favorite NFL team on a Sunday afternoon? I bet you're one of the fans looking at their pregame attire. Christopher Ingram is inside the huddle with this local designer.
I got started, man, just kind of doing some alterations here and there. So one of my guys I started working with was, his name was Tim. He's the one who actually taught me, like, what's going to separate you from a lot of the people that just sell these suits is going to be the fact that you're going to actually know how to sew. You're going to know how to make a garment from absolutely nothing, from fabric to creating the piece, doing a try-on fitting, and then going ahead and creating the final piece of the garment.
Creating custom pieces for professional athletes can be daunting on its own, but simultaneously navigating the challenges created by COVID-19 has accelerated creativity and caused alterations to the traditional business model for Dwayne and Johnson.
So it's kind of cool seeing the guys that I helped design and make things for. It's kind of fun actually seeing it being worn. That's probably like my favorite part of everything. Seeing the smile on these guys' faces when things fit properly and fit how they should. Seeing something that's custom made for somebody is something that's just completely different. One of the best things about going custom is that you won't see a lot of things or people wearing the same pieces of garments or clothing that you are having on, hence the whole custom term. So it's been fun and stuff as well too, but also during this COVID time too, it's been giving me opportunity to expand and do a little bit more different things, such as athleisure wear, a little bit more comfortable wear.
COVID-19 has created pressures on many local entrepreneurs, but in true spirit of Miami, it's an invitation to alter our creativity and stand out from the crowd.
All my shoes and bags are handmade in Spain, different pockets and things. One of my shoes actually is here. This was the first shoe that we did that was ready to wear as well too. So it's been fun, man, actually expanding the brand and doing other things as well too that people can relate to and touch to, rather than just clothing as well too. So it's been pretty fun.
From South Florida Media Network, I'm Christopher Ingram.
For one entrepreneur to another, in Orlando, WWE's very own Robert Stone takes on a new role as he opens up his very own gym.
I get it. You're the HBIC of NXT, okay? But I am Suitman Stone.
And he's coming to Orlando. WWE star Robert Stone and his wife Tara have opened up their very own F45 training gym in Baldwin Park. So what's it like training like a WWE star?
You're in here for the 45 minutes, you're working hard, you're sweating, and in the workout you're getting a warm-up, a workout, and a cool-down, and it's just, now that I'm 37, I'm a dad, it's just the kind of workout that I need for my body.
Tara is one of the coaches at the gym, which uses technology to help you keep up with your workouts.
There's actually an app, the F45 Challenge app, that is supported from your desktop, and then also if you have an Android or an Apple, there is actually an app to support it as well. And inside of it, it's got workouts, nutrition, there's thousands of recipes, ways that you can track not only your exercises, but also how much water you take in, what your sleep and recovery are.
Like many businesses during the pandemic, the couple has also faced their own hardships.
It wasn't what we expected when we signed our names on the dotted line, but I think it's been a good challenge. With everything going on in the world, F45 brings a lot of positivity. Like these workouts, there's a lot of high-fiving in between sets and a lot of teamwork. So it gives you something to look forward to.
F45 gives its members a full-body workout ready to step into the ring. Stay tuned, more South Florida Media Network news after this.
FIU had reopened its doors to the Green Library at the Modesto Medique campus. Currently enrolled students are allowed to use the library at limited capacity and must abide to P3 protocols. The library hours of operation are currently Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 a.m., and Saturday and Sunday between 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Panthers are advised to make sure you bring your FIU One card P3 app filled out, and make sure your mask is on at all times. Time to study for finals, Panthers.
18 karat gold filled. Classy and stylish. Perfect for every day and every fashion. Hers Jewels.
COVID-19 restrictions are continuing to affect local businesses and festivals. For some, this means canceling them altogether. Carla Hernandez met with local artists and business owners in Lake Worth to talk about the impact of the cancellation of the famous Lake Worth Street Painting Festival.
The loss of the Street Painting Festival this year is a loss for the entire city of Lake Worth. The event, held since 1995, is known for bringing over 100,000 people together, helping neighboring small businesses economically and spotlighting local artists.
The festival created quite the opportunities for participants, because since there's so many people that go out to the street painting festival, there's always an opportunity for someone else to notice their work and maybe them get something out of it. Like maybe someone could get a job, or a potential person is hiring and they see artwork and they become interested and then they speak to that person. So I definitely feel like there's opportunities out there for people.
Although there have been new alternatives planned in order to make up for the absence, the weekend will not be the same for the Strip, including the participants, business owners, and visitors.
The festival will be online this year, but that is great news to hear, because I do look forward to seeing the Street Painting Festival each year. And at least, although it's not in person and you don't have the same gratitude for it, at least there's still art being produced and artists being found.
Neighboring businesses will lose their annual traffic, which can severely impact their profit this year.
Street Painting Festival increased sales by 200% over a normal week.
Unfortunately, canceling the festival is the best decision when it comes to the safety of the city of Lake Worth. I am Carla Hernandez, reporting for the South Florida Media Network.
Miami is known for its pizzazz and glamorous sights. You'll never know what you'll find. The Lincoln Road Antiques and Collectibles Market will have its 28th annual event this year. Located on historic Lincoln Road, home to some of Miami Beach's finest shops and restaurants in the heart of the Art Deco district. The antique market offers loads of vintage goods, including clothing, precious jewelry,
timeless art,
and groovy furniture. It has become a highly popular social Sunday event, attracting one of the largest eclectic crowds of treasure hunters in South Florida. The market will be following social distancing guidelines and protocols, such as spacing between booths and patrons, frequent cleaning of touchable surfaces, and touchless payments, when possible, will be incorporated into the event. The Antique Festival will reconvene on March 18th and 28th and is sure to please.
Lights, camera, back in action. While COVID-19 put a halt to many local festivities in 2020, this year's Miami Film Festival was showcased physically and virtually. Cody Johnson wraps up the coverage for this year's 38th edition.
One of Miami's biggest weeks for the arts just wrapped up. The 2021 Miami Film Festival showcased films across multiple categories from emerging and established directors. While last year's iteration was shortened due to COVID-19 concerns, the 2019 festival showcased 170 films while attracting nearly 45,000 people and over 300 industry professionals. The show must go on, and this year's program featured limited capacity seating for in-person screenings. The festival also offered the opportunity to attend the festival virtually for the first time. Attended by major publications such as Variety, Hollywood Reporter, and IndieWire, the Miami Film Festival was declared in 2018 as one of the 50 film festivals worth the entry fee by Movie Maker magazine. For aspiring filmmakers, the recognition is not the only award they can potentially receive, as festival organizers distribute nearly $100,000 in cash prizes across multiple competition categories. It might be too late for you to enter your submission for this year's festival, but 2022 is right around the corner.
We'll be right back.
Have you been searching for a vegan restaurant with choices that'll make your mouth water? Located in the heart of Midtown Miami, that's a sustainability-driven market, bar, and restaurant that won't disappoint. Their plant-based dishes are made from scratch, daily with organic and locally sourced ingredients, and their refreshing drinks are carefully crafted to give you a Miami vibe. From the laid-back atmosphere to the scrumptious plates, that strives to improve not only the body and mind, but the whole planet. Come by and experience it for yourself.
Ever wanted to expand your professional network and gain access to scholarships and internships? Join the FIU Public Relations Student Society of America. PRSSA connects students to PR professionals to get them ready for life after graduation. Meet students who share the same career interests and goals as you, both online and in person. We are currently accepting applications for this semester.
Everybody needs a daily skincare routine. Our very own Ivania Rodriguez talks about the benefits about some revolutionary natural products.
Hello, Miami. Have you ever heard the term clean beauty and wondered exactly what it means? Well, clean beauty is a non-toxic product that serves a purpose for you and as well as our planet. Not all famous beauty brands can make these claims. However, let me introduce you to my favorite brand, Loli Beauty. Loli Beauty cares about our planet as much as they care about their customers. You can reuse and recycle all of their products since it's made from glass and everyday household objects, like this hand sanitizer. Everything is made from all natural ingredients. It has 0 water, which is extremely potent. All packaging is compostable, which means you can feed it back into the planet. And who wouldn't want to feel clean in a clean environment for a price that's gentle on your wallet as well as your face? Shop on lolibeauty.com.
You know, Yara, I'm not really an expert in skincare, but I do know a great sweet treat when I see one. Oh my gosh, brigadeiros? I don't even know what a brigadeiro is. Oh my gosh, Patricia Menendez shows us the dessert you've been craving for.
Want to satisfy your sugar craving? Then Oh My Gosh Brigadeiros is the place for you. Now with 2 locations in Coral Gables and Biscayne Boulevard, Oh My Gosh is the first brigadeiro boutique in Florida. Established in 2015 by 2 brothers, the shop was named after everyone's reaction after trying the traditional Brazilian dessert, a brigadeiro, bite-sized Brazilian chocolates. They are very similar to truffles and bonbons, but are not exactly the same. What makes them different? They're made with condensed milk. The shop's brigadeiros are made from scratch and with love every day. The place has a variety of flavors, ranging from traditional milk to dulce de leche to key lime. Their signature flavor is, naturally, Oh My Gosh, which consists of a creamy condensed milk center coated with milk chocolate and topped with pearls. Besides these bite-sized delights, the shop also sells milkshakes, cake jars, ice cream, and brigadeiro-rimmed coffee. So if you are ever in Miami, you must stop by and visit the place that will make you say, oh my gosh.
We are all pretty familiar with some of the hidden treasures in the 305. But what if we want to venture up a little bit north? Carla Hernandez lets us in on a few can't-miss spots in Palm Beach County.
Looking for some ways to spend your weekend? Palm Beach has all the great spots you won't want to miss, filled with an abundance of beautiful scenery, boutique shops, and restaurants. First on our list is Rosemary Square, filled with known shops like Fajardi, a family business that sells high-quality, sustainable clothing, and restaurants like Sato's Japanese Steakhouse, which features a tableside hibachi grill. There's always something to do. The second stop on our list is the Norton Museum of Art. The newly renovated museum offers over 7,000 pieces of art from all around the world, as well as a student exhibit space. Aside from the art, the museum also has a gift shop where you can purchase art-related games, home items, and jewelry pieces. Our third stop is the Mounds Botanical Garden, the perfect stop if you're looking to spend some time with nature. The 14-acre garden is the largest in Palm Beach County, filled with over 2,000 species of tropical and subtropical plants and scenery that will blow you away.
The garden is filled with many sub-gardens such as Butterfly Garden, where you can find more than a dozen different butterfly species flying around. This hidden gem has been in Palm Beach for over 40 years and can be easily missed if you aren't looking carefully enough. It's sure hard to make up your mind on activities to do in Palm Beach. Make sure to take lots of pictures to look back on an eventful and fun day.
Everyone, quiet on the set. A brand new initiative called NBC Academy is being brought to communication students at Florida International University. And journalism has never looked so cool. Here's Erica Dominguez with more.
A major broadcast network, NBC, is making headlines with its journalism education initiative called NBC Academy. NBCU's latest collaboration is with Florida International University.
NBCU Academy is a program that partners with colleges and universities across the country in support of diversity, equity, and inclusion. In addition, the Academy gives us access to NBC talent, both on-air and production talent, to work with our students through seminars, workshops, master classes, lectures, faculty.
The decision was part of NBC's commitment to invest in combating racism and injustice.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion are important in new newsroom setting in particular because our stories should reflect what's happening in the country. And we get those ideas and that perspective and that dimension from the diversity in our newsrooms.
The initiative will allow students to gain real-world, hands-on experience in a world with an increasing need for quality and impactful journalism.
So I do see NBC Universal Academy inspiring journalism students to come into the program. However, it's still a strong base point for people to write properly for television, to edit properly for television, and to practice being in front of the camera.
FIU School of Communication and Journalism will receive $500,000 that will be applied to scholarships, curriculum expansion, and video equipment.
Those scholars will receive money that they can use towards reporting projects. And we know that those reporting projects, especially at undergrad and the graduate level, are critically important to showcasing your work to land that first job.
The program is set to begin by fall 2021, and the deadline to apply is March 17th. This is Erica Dominguez for South Florida Media Network.
Not every student is able to relocate for an internship away from South Florida. Following the January 6 riots, Lazaro Bosch relocated to the DC area during an unorthodox time. Let us hear from Lazaro about his experiences these last few weeks.
The biggest change as a South Floridian living in DC isn't the cold weather, but all of the action taking place during the time I chose to relocate for a spring internship. 2021 has been a record-breaking year thus far, beginning with the January 6 insurrections, then a peaceful transition of power for a new U.S. president, then Black Lives Matter movements, and yes, record-breaking winter storms. Interagency security forces created a fortress in the nation's capital. With a whole lot of National Guard troops, it was kind of shocking to see how many were armed with assault rifles, full armor, and ammunition. What was once a normal urban center now has become ground zero. As parts of the nation tries to find some normalcy due to COVID-19, DC residents don't seem fazed by the extensive checkpoints, thousands of armed forces in their neighborhoods, and if you were to go out to your favorite restaurant, go to work, or even get a quick run-in, would you feel safer? I found myself the night before the presidential inauguration at the center of the Black Lives Matter Plaza among dozens who came to voice their opinions for the incoming administration. Overall, it was peaceful. However, tensions grew when a confrontation broke out between a DC resident and the demonstrators. This followed a military and police response clearing the area, exposing a flaw in the security perimeter. Take a look. I might take back what I said earlier about the cold weather. On January 30th, local officials declared a state of emergency for the biggest storm to hit the DC area in nearly 2 years. Although the storm created first-time memories and had valuable lessons, it also brought a lot of challenges. Not having enough winter clothes, worried family members back home, and many car accidents and transit delays.
Here we have it. Been waiting almost 40 minutes in the snow as the snowstorm is starting to fall. And tomorrow I can expect delays and would have to walk a mile from my house just to get to the stop near the nearest hospital.
Well, that's it for this edition of South Florida Media Network News. I'm Yara Trochet.
And I'm Christian Bueno, and we'll see you next time.